think this is the most amount of people I've had on this couch so far.
Really?
Yeah.
That's two bands. You ever had two bands at once?
You would take two bands at one time?
Dude, you'd be surprised.
Two bands.
This is all good. We should
come
be
on
rolling
up
on
closer.
this. Oh, we are.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is B-roll. You know,
All
this is how it goes.
yeah. Get it in there. This is promo. Spin.
But, you know, I'm so happy that the Burn Tuner tour made it through town. And we all got
The
to-
Burner
dude.
Tour
Thank you for
did it.
having us,
Yeah, every
Torres.
time.
Shall we crack a beer for it?
Yeah, in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Beers with Bands podcast with your host, Michael Torres. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another Beers with Bands. I think this is the most amount of people, band-wise, I've had on a couch for one of these interviews in a while, or at all. I think Comic Wire had 5 or 6. But besides that, the Burner Tour is in town, so I have New Neighbors and Gunk Lung. Woo! Fun fact for everyone checking out this episode: one, it's being recorded at 12:11 in the morning because we just got done with a show that you guys played here in Minneapolis.
This is the latest you've ever recorded an episode?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck yeah.
So
Maybe the most people
Yeah,
and the
interesting.
latest.
Yeah.
We're breaking records tonight, boys.
It's great.
All around. Wouldn't do it
you know,
any other way.
I'm stoked that you guys are here too because, like, you know, this is the Iowa boys that I was in the scene with. Just so to see where we're at now, it's kind of crazy.
We back in the day, the Iowa Alliance,
Yep.
Exit Emergency, the Easy Mark, Morning Exit.
Mm-hmm.
They were the nasties back then.
That was
If
a
we're getting,
different time.
anyways, that's like either way.
That was
Sorry.
that was pre all of that.
You've got a lot
What?
of connections to people that, you know, a lot of the people in these bands have played with.
Yeah.
And so getting to come here and be put up with you in your house, that's amazing.
Dealing with you.
No.
Wait.
Having to be stuck with you is right.
Put up in your house here in Minneapolis. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's crazy how like full circle this is all like come.
Right.
Because we all just have been at it since the beginning.
And we're all old now.
Yeah,
We're all
That's
old.
the sad part.
We were in
Yeah.
hotels previously.
Or is it the good part? Because we're still kicking.
Yeah.
This is our third stop on the tour.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Which we'll talk about some of the dates here in a little bit. You know, I don't want to hop into this and fully let people miss out on who's who. But Matty P, can you start with yourself and say who you are and what band you're in and what you do in that band?
Cool. My name is Matthew Prince. I am in Gunk Lung, and I write and do the planning for Gunk Lung and play guitar.
My name's Ron. I play guitar and I sing in the New Neighbors.
You primary songwriter.
Songwriter,
I do
singer-songwriter. You're the brains.
Okay, I do that too.
Yeah.
Who cares?
It's like Prince is the
Palmer.
brains of Gunk Lung. Sorry, go ahead.
Matt Palmer and I play bass guitar and groove. Bring the groove with New Neighbors, yeah.
My name's Grant. Sometimes I play bass in Gunk Lung.
Thank you.
When they need me to, I was very fortunate to be a part of this tour, and I'm thrilled to be here.
I've seen you groove a time or two up there as well.
For
You're
sure.
good.
And you have slaughtered in so magnificently
Oh, shucks.
with your fork sword.
Well, thank you, Matt.
Yes.
Thank you.
Fine job.
Zach, you talk now.
Hi, I'm Zach.
Who?
Zach Suter. I play drums in New Neighbors and Gunk Lung, and I'm just here for a good time.
You sing too.
Oh, I do some singing.
Do some singing.
Yeah.
I've
Just been playing music with.
You play in both bands on this
The
tour.
reinforcer,
so it's
too.
like
Yes.
impressive. How's that?
And I
been?
drive. I also drive the
Yes,
The
you
driver.
drive the van.
I drove once.
And
A
I'm
lot of
happy to do.
responsibilities.
We
Doesn't bother him at all.
it's been a group effort, and we're having a great time, and I'm happy
He
to
didn't
be
make
here.
me feel like shit once for him driving.
Put in a lot of effort on this tour.
We all have. It's been great. Like,
But yeah, you're...
thank you, Torres.
What an introduction.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, who are you?
Well, if you haven't watched the first 200 and something episodes, I'm Michael Torres. I host Beers with Bands. But yeah, this is obviously the Burner Tour in reference to the split that came out last year. I figure this is just the first time you guys get to really get out and do it. I know you've also been busy with Early Girls, so like timing is finally perfect for Gunk Lung and New Neighbors to get on the road.
Just had to put something on the calendar and then start asking people if we could come to their city.
Yeah.
For real.
Be like, please trust us. We will do fine.
Yeah, Prince was the head guy in this. He was just like, hey, we're going to do this. And like 3 months ago, it's like, okay, yeah, we'll do it. And then he kind of...
Can you give me all your time for this weekend?
Yeah.
It's really interesting how the Burner split that this tour is named after came about, because this was pretty early in the phase, especially early in the Gunk Lung phase, I think, and pretty damn early for the New Neighbors phase. We came into Matt's basement, and I don't think Matt and I really knew each other all that well before that, but we set up, we recorded it, and we were pretty proud of it in the end, so we put it out.
All self-produced.
Yeah.
Prince was behind the keys, and
Yeah, it was just a growing experience for all of us as what we want to achieve in our music, and then to have that inspire like a tour to go
whole
with the two
tour.
bands out. It's like a really effective and
tight.
efficient strategy.
And here we are.
It's a good strategy.
we
We
recorded.
just wanted to record our own stuff. And
Exactly.
Put it out on our own.
Yeah, the bands are so like kind of cohesive, working together already and taking it on the tour. It's cool.
That kind of adds to a point that Ron made where, we're all older than we were before.
Oh, yeah.
So being able to, like, adapt to the times and, like, start recording your guys' own stuff in-house and keeping it cheap as much as you can. Like, I know you guys went to the studio in West Liberty for some of your stuff, but, like, compared to before, trying to do bedroom recordings were, sounded like bedroom recordings, and now it's like, shit sounds so good now.
Yeah, it's crazy how little money you can spend now, and your recording can sound as good as the expensive ones did like 10 years ago or whatever it was. It's just wild.
Like
it's
the,
awesome.
the computer you bought 7-8 years ago, like, still can you can fucking plug in them.
Think about cheap ass microphones now that sound
Yeah.
great.
Right.
Whatever. It's
At the same
so
time,
easy
though,
to do now.
I think that there also is a really, really good place for smaller bands in the area that we come from to record pretty professional experiences. We recorded some stuff at
The Vault.
The Vault.
The Vault,
with
Dan Miller.
Dan Miller.
Legend.
Sorry, it escapes me.
Legend.
Yeah. So
He has a beautiful space out in West Liberty.
West Liberty,
yeah.
It's a very it's very comfortable and just a good hang, and it sounds so good.
There's
And
a lot of couches in there. It's
Yeah,
pretty good.
couches.
It's a cozy spot.
It's very
So-
cozy. I think there's a bed there too.
Great room for drums, high ceilings.
Yeah, for sure. And what we were doing in Matt's basement too, I think that we all really learned the songs that we recorded then, because I remember capturing stuff in his basement that was new and it kind of inspiring. Just holy shit, there's a little something to this one or whatever. So when we would play, either watching Gunk Lung on stage, or when we would play a song from that split, it always kind of has that little place where it's kind of written a little bit.
We added extra harmonies.
Yeah, I mean,
and,
the song, we've been playing it forever, and it wasn't until
Zach wrote
put
the
it,
riff for it.
Yeah.
15
In
years
high
ago.
school,
Yeah. Yeah, so the main
A
little,
Balance is our song
where
on
the
the
bird
split.
starts.
Yes.
It all started a really long time ago.
It's been a very cool,
But it didn't really become
group
real until we
collective
started
effort,
doing that.
and yeah.
Quite the tangent.
Yeah. which is fine.
No segue. Now we're touring.
Now, so that was part of the movie. And now we're gonna do this thing in Holes, where we talk about the prequel that came right before it. So or way before it. So like I said, I've known at least the three of you here since 2013 when music when we all started getting in the scene, or at least I started getting in the scene. So I've seen the evolution of the bands that have happened since then. And have since died away and are now kind of reborn with everything you guys have going on now. But kind of take me to those stages where I might have missed out as to why you guys decided to start Catholic, not Catholic. Where was? That's a whole other story we're not getting into.
That's in the middle. That's kind of in the middle of that, though.
But like New Neighbors, like origin
Yeah.
story, and a little bit of Gunk Lungs, because I'm sure there's some crossover, obviously, with you in there. But like, how did you guys each respectively kind of start to get back into this?
Should we go? Do you want us to talk about the inception of these bands, or do we start from the beginning?
We can.
I think we should talk about the inception of the band and like your kind of like
I say start from
resume
start
as
from
you
the
came
beginning.
in.
You and Zach both talk kind of about like
How
the
did we meet?
beginning stuff.
Gabe's?
There was a show at Gabe's. Easy Mark was playing, which I don't think Ron became the guitar
I
player.
was an Easy Mark, but
You weren't in the
Little
band at the
fuzzy.
time.
yeah.
And Easy Mark was my little brother Scotty, and our buddy Nate, who was in the band Meth out of Chicago, and just a dear old friend. We got to see him the other day. It was awesome.
Great. Love the guy.
He's a brother. And then our buddy Johnny, Mr. Enslow, who went on to move up here. I think he's maybe.
Does he live here?
Anyways, he lived up here, and yeah, went to art school, and so yeah, Easy Mark played a show at Gabe's, and it was the Morning Exit, Prince's, and Grant's project at the time. I don't know what year was it, 2012, 2013?
Yeah, 11 to 13 is about when that worked.
Yeah.
Who was on that show? It was the Morning Exit, Easy Mark. Was it Slow Retreat as well?
Muddy Rails, it would have been.
Muddy Rails.
Yeah,
Which
Muddy
we
Rails.
would not be in this room without Muddy Rails at this.
Was it Are They Avalanche? No, or was
I
it?
think it was.
Real Friends?
I think it was Real Friends.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I remember Zach told me about him playing that show before I joined the band,
Yeah.
and I played the I'm the Avalanche show.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I was in the band.
I'm pretty sure it was Real Friends.
Either way, it was Gabe's.
Yeah, but yeah.
Early-
Gabe Show.
Yeah.
Our old
2011,
bands used to
12
play
or
Morning
something.
Exit, Easy Mark, Muddy Rails. Shout out to Muddy Rails, Jed,
Or Slow Retreat.
Slow Retreat. Now
Or
the dudes are
Vanny
now.
DeVito. Giving us Vanny DeVito.
They lent us the van.
Making the tour happen.
Yep.
They let their van
And they
into
had a
our care.
show in
and
Waterloo, and they still gave us the van. They had a show tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still
So
gave us the van.
and it's a great van. We love the
Generous
van.
boys.
Yes, it absolutely.
Thank you,
made
Jed,
Yeah.
Phil, Trent, and
Listen,
Sam.
listen.
Yeah.
Sam
yeah,
Kessler.
yeah.
This is going on.
Slow Retreat.
Cheers.
So that
Either
show-
way.
Anyway,
That
yeah.
show
So,
games.
that show, yeah.
Let's talk about
But that
COVID and Jonathan. Let's
Hold
talk
on, hold on. We got a ways to go, man. We got a ways to go.
Bro, we're still in. You can just jump a decade.
He's an eager beaver. But yeah, that's where like our bands collectively met, and we're just like, oh, we're all in the same music, like. And then just over the years, we've played shows here and there. Prince went on to do Bain Marie.
Oh, yeah.
That went well.
Because as the evolution of bands, they come and go, and our old bands faded away, and then went on to
Easy Mark turned into Catholic
Easy Mark,
Werewolves,
just
kind
basically
of.
turned into Catholic Werewolves,
Yeah.
which Scotty also brains behind that, and did the thing, and played shows with Bain Marie, and there was that Bain Marie Heart Attack Man, and
Oh, shit.
and
yeah.
Catholic Werewolves show at the PS1, the old PS1 in Iowa City. Like, do you remember the old basement one with the gym?
Yeah.
Like it was blue floors.
That would have been nuts.
Yeah.
It's
So
tight,
it was
great.
cool, and like that was like that inception of our bands, and then basically brings us up to here.
We're
Where like
post-COVID bands now.
COVID kind of grew these bands.
We got together, did we start in like 2020-ish with our friend Jonathan, which is what you're bringing up.
Yeah, so Jonathan really brought everything back together for New Neighbors.
Jonathan is a gentleman that Zach
I was
works
about
with.
to ask. I just don't know.
Yeah,
He's a
so
dear old
Jonathan-
friend.
There were a lot
From-
of beers
from-
that happened before this podcast. This wasn't a fresh.
The beers with
crack
bands
beer.
have been going on.
Yeah.
Jonathan's he's from
Huntsville, Alabama.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah.
He's been in countless of bands. Amazing musician. Ugly Houses is the one I remember.
Yep.
And then we were finally like, he's like, I got some songs, and I was like, I have my friends who I've been playing music with forever, Ron and Matt.
Which we hadn't actually jammed in probably a few years.
No,
But
it
then we're
really
just like,
brought
oh,
us
let's just-
really back into the mindset of like performing music again.
Because Ron and Matt played music in high school
me.
in a band called The Nasties. They were punk as fuck.
Yeah.
The
So-
name The Nasty
so they've been
sells
playing-
a lot
I would
right
hope
there.
so.
Yeah.
So we've all been playing music together for a very long time. And
So to get the call for like a little project that Jonathan was really putting together, and you put in a lot of work for that too.
Ghouls, what was it?
California Ghouls.
California
Ghouls.
Ghouls was the...
Nothing ever came of that.
Yeah.
But we started jamming in my basement and
Well,
doing demos and
and
stuff.
then eventually, everything got fucked up, and Jonathan had to move back, or he moved back to Alabama, Huntsville, where he's from. And so we were picking up with songs that we'd been practicing with him.
No,
Ron had a few
I wrote
songs.
yeah,
I know,
none
you-
of those songs. I think we worked with Jonathan.
No, I'm just saying, like, we were like, what are we going to do next?
Sure,
We're trying to decide what do we rehearse every time we show up on Thursday at Zach's Basement. That's usually where we practice weekly. So,
Prove it.
Ron started bringing material in, and we decided we were just going to make a run at it. But what's been so essential to us, every time that we go through a step for us, has always been alongside what Matt Prince has been cooking up with his project Gunk Lung. Because he's put that together, and he has just so much, like, drive and, like, connection in the way to get access to lots of different resources for bands. And so we end up, like, putting together some great recordings, going out on a tour like this. It's been really great.
To add a little bit to that, he's been working the whole time we've been on tour, and I'm just sitting in the seat, just looking at my phone. I'm like, man, this guy
He
really.
napped all day today,
he's
though.
just
I did not.
We have a bench.
And I guess we're even. Then.
Thank you for letting us
Cool.
ramble. The back bench is the mat. What do we call it? I don't know. The mat.
Matty
lounge.
P and I are basically splitting.
Oh, it's the
that.
new Gunk Lounge, and that's where the mats hang out at.
Yeah.
Gas
Only
chamber.
mats are allowed back there.
It's a
Headquarters.
subsidiary of the gas chamber. That joke probably doesn't like land for a level.
It's
We'll cut that one. We'll
What's
cut
that
that one.
dude was about?
He's talking about
That's
farts.
a quote
Oh.
from
He's talking about
Hamlet
farts.
to cut. That's
It's about farts, so it's cool.
All right,
it's literally farts.
What the hell's wrong with you? Where are we going? What was the question?
He's only
again?
cutting farts back there right now.
Michael.
Bro,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to tell a story out of this podcast because
It's gonna there's gonna be a whole 60 minutes on just this podcast.
Oh, come on, man.
But anyway, 2021, I think, is
Yeah.
when New Neighbors decided we were established.
We're like, oh, we're a band.
What was
We're
our
banned.
first show? Like, what was our...
It was the
Narco-
day before my wedding.
It was
That's right.
Narcos y...
Yeah.
No,
Or
It
China.
went pretty
horchata,
well.
yeah.
And it went pretty
Narcos
well
y
for us
horchata.
because
Yes.
we had been playing together for a long, long, long time. We probably didn't have, like, our most fleshed out set. Like, we have a longer set and, more
Yes,
selective songs or
badass
whatever.
set,
As bands grow, yes.
So when we first started,
Right.
I think we were well prepared, but we just didn't have the set that we were like really proud to take out and play yet. But then over time, we filled that out, and that's where we are now.
Because I feel like I was at that show randomly.
It was a Rational Acoustic show.
It would have
Yeah,
been.
went to that
It would have
show.
been.
Noel and I
October
played an acoustic
11th
Rational show.
of
and then-
2022.
Yeah, I think
E.T.
I
was
was
like
that
the-
show? I
E.T.
feel
was
like now that
the-
you're saying that, I
the show
kinda
I
poster.
think
remember
I was.
What were you doing in town?
I think I was home for Brian's wedding actually.
He's
that
stepping
you-
on my thing, man. That was the day before my wedding. What's he doing?
Or, I was home
Alright.
for something. I'm pretty sure I was at that show.
I
'Cause
kind of
remember
think.
it
I
was-
kind of
yeah.
think you were too.
Which is crazy that it's been that long.
Hey, Brian.
Burn After Reading, Eugene Levy. Exit emergency.
But Matty P, I know Gunk Lung, you were doing a little bit before you became official because you were doing acoustic sets as Gunk Lung, right?
Yeah. When I didn't do things with Morning Exit or Bain Marie, I think I did Gunk Lung. And there was no intention for that until I started to want to play shows with other bands again. And then I was like, I need a name that nobody wants to use anymore.
When did you copyright Gunk Lung?
Apparently when you put it on Bandcamp, it's copywritten, but I don't think that's real.
Anyway, when was that?
I put it up 2000, maybe 14 or 15.
Holy shit. Okay. Damn.
Yeah. And then I didn't launch it on social media until 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just what do they call it? A pseudonym? Or a name that you...
Yeah, like a pen name.
Yeah.
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 When I didn't know what to call something, I just used Gunk Lung. Called it a day. Yeah.
So so it wasn't like anything that you just like randomly thought of. You just have been calling things Gunk Lung.
Yeah. Whatever it was, whether it was like fucking like digitally done or acoustic or
It's like Banksy, the Gunk Lung.
yeah.
I mean, I remember you referencing even Gunk Lung when we were writing shit for the morning exit and stuff too, man. So I mean, it's been around for a long time, so it's really cool to see it.
Was never defined
Be an
as
actual
just-
thing.
Never
now?
knew that.
Yeah, no, for
That
sure.
rules.
Like, it's
Yeah.
super cool.
Absolutely.
Now I
The
know
roots run deep.
right. Now I know if people are familiar with Matt's previous band, like was mentioned, Bain Marie.
Yeah.
You know, that was named after like an actual like chef's technique in
Oh.
the kitchen techniques. Is Gunk Lung like what is that like?
Oh, I think I was smoking a lot of cigarettes after kitchen work. I don't know. I just thought it was like dirty. I thought it was like
It's got
something
like
people
a
would remember.
phonetic satisfaction
Yeah.
to it. Like
When you write it out, it looks nice too.
Yeah.
I don't know how it came up. I think I came up with it at the mill after I was done working a weekend.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rip, for real. And it was just kind of like nasty. It was, something that like would burn in somebody's brain. But I knew that I could just write like emo music and it would be somewhat adorable along the way. So yeah, it's a weird vibe. It's cool.
It's not weird to say Gunk Lung
No.
and say here's some emo music.
I remember
Sounds
it.
Emu?
I remember it being something that you like a term for when you were trying to quit smoking cigarettes. Kind of
Was
like
I hacking up a lung?
yeah, like hanging
Gunk
out
Lung.
something like I've got Gunk Lung. So for
Ha!
like which is cool now, like to hear the lyrical content of this project now and have it become full circle and be an actual project now, to hear so much of the lyrical content and thematic elements of this band being self-improvement and trying to kind of push through problems, to have that name kind of being derived from you bettering yourself by quitting smoking and kind of going through that.
He doesn't even
is-
smoke cigs.
It's very, very fitting almost that that's how that band name kind of came about and is now what you're doing lyrically with it, which is really, really cool.
Thanks for seeing that
You
from the
guys
outside.
fucking slayed tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
you
that.
sounded so fucking
It's a wonderful like this the collective, like these two go way back.
It's been really,
the
really
three
cool
of us go
having
way
Grant
back, and it's just
on tour.
Now we're all
we
going,
go way back.
Now
Like,
we're all going way back
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, and now, I remember saying, kind of joking around when we were just first loading in for the tour that, oh yeah, Ron and Matt and I are going to be best friends by the time we get to Chicago, and I'll be damned if we weren't, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's a great group of guys. It's
And it
been
all
really
started
fun.
with us watching Zach load the van.
No, we did our part.
Hey, trust me, it's going to end with that,
That's
too.
propaganda, man. I think we all did just fine. Yes, the picture tells a different story, but we all worked on it. Zach, you've put in probably the most elbow grease on the tour.
Yes, there's...
You put in
absolutely.
probably, if not the second most elbow grease. The
he's the brains.
mental faculties that
I'm
I'm
just
just
here.
here.
It's been a group effort, like to get through this.
Yeah.
No, it's just-
We're all here.
Yeah. You guys have made it 3 out of 4 days so far.
Yep.
That's pretty
not
good.
too shabby.
Pretty
And
good.
we're having a good time still.
Because this is, I know, not everyone's first tour, but is this the first Gunk Lung tour and then first New Neighbors tour?
Second Gunk Lung.
Okay.
First New Neighbors.
First time I've ever been.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say, I
Matt's
think this
never been
is
on
Palmer
tour.
and I's first tour ever. So.
TV Cop took us out like a year or two ago.
Dakota,
Yeah.
who is also part of the Dakota of TV Cop, the inception of Gunk Lung.
Yes.
Mhm, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
But, yeah.
how, obviously you guys have known each other for a while, but how was that bringing in Zach to being part of Gunk Lung?
Oh, dude, he's like the best drummer in Iowa.
Because I know
I hit him up. I was like, I have music. I love what you do. Will you play? There's no other drummer for this right now. My buddy Nick always drums, but he's busy. So.
Which
Zach
he's filled in
always
before.
impresses. Every time he's on stage, he always impresses.
I like to
I
play
get
drums.
to watch him. It's nice.
No,
He
it's
doesn't take his
like
shirt off as much as I'd like.
Yeah,
but-
that one time.
He's no Lincoln of the music scene. If you guys, you know.
Lincoln.
But it's crazy because you went from a time where obviously you were in Catholic Worlds, that ended, but then you were doing no band stuff, and now you end up in 3 different bands.
Probably more than
Four
that.
more than
4
that.
if you TV Cop part time.
It's a problem not to be in no band.
National
That's the
anthem.
hard part, is to do no music.
If we, well, that was like Catholic Werewolves was like that band meant a lot. Still does mean a lot. I got a tattoo of it.
It's yoga right there.
Yeah, can still stretch. But it was a band with my little brother and like some best friends, and shit happened, and sad to see it go. But so like that took a lot out of me, and I like had did not want to be in a band for a bit because it was just like, fuck, my like passion project was dead. And then like Noel was like chirping at me forever, just being like, "You want to play bass in Rational Anthem?" I'm like, I'm just like, she would get that. But yeah, and then like just was not mentally there to like play music again, and then New Neighbors kind of like the inception
We
of.
picked it up. We just started doing it.
Well, like COVID happened and life got really dumb.
Well, like we brought up Jonathan. Was
our
kind
buddy
of
Jonathan, and like he
started writing tunes and like
he's like, I have songs. I was like, I'll play drums. I have friends that can also play, and then like that kind of was just like the ball started rolling, and then New Neighbors started like being a thing, and then Prince was like, hey, I've got this project, and I was like, I like to work and write music with people I care about and like who are talented. Like I don't like ain't no time to yeah. So
I hadn't even really played music in like 10 years or so. So when we started playing with Jonathan, I put like way more like anxious thought into like, can I even like play a song from beginning to end? Like I don't do that. I play my instruments, but I don't really like ever just play a whole song all together, like especially rehearsed with, you know, whatever. So showing up was really fun to try to like work professionally, because he's a very talented man. He had a lot of vision for everything he was doing. He's alive.
still writing music.
Anyway, yeah.
As of this recording.
Yeah. But
Rest in peace, Jonathan.
But when we just kept picking up, we just basically never stopped playing after that. We just kind of kept doing the weekly thing, and doing it long enough finally led us to, you know, put together a show that we were like pretty proud of and wanted to like go play and, you know, meet other really great bands and musicians and get the chance to put on great shows.
Yeah, we were just like, oh, we've got like 4 songs. Let's just do a couple more and like maybe like a cover. I don't know if we did a cover for our first show or anything, but
Probably.
we're
It
like,
took us
oh,
a bit to get
Covering
this.
the
maybe this is
Menzingers,
becoming more
we were
real
covering-
than we were expecting, and then it's like, I guess we'll play a show, you know?
But what we're doing right now, I think, is kind of like what we were hoping to get to.
Mhm.
You know, the whole time we were working kind of toward it took us a while. I mean, the pandemic is long gone by now, right? But, you know, now that we're out here doing it and what we're doing right now, like if you get the chance to see us, we're really proud of what we're doing. Right? Like it's what we wanted to do. It feels good to show up with a show that you know and like, and you've rehearsed and record it and play it.
People
and
were throwing
great-
strikes all around us, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Memory
It's fucking
lane.
sick, dude.
Yeah.
Turkeys.
Yeah.
All over
No
the
matter where
place.
we're doing it, it's been a lot of fun, like so far, and I know tomorrow will be great too.
I'm getting grilled cheeses tomorrow.
Everybody's getting grilled cheeses
Multiple.
tomorrow.
I'm not getting grilled cheeses tomorrow.
We'll mail you one.
Yeah, mail.
Put one in
mail
the
to me.
mail.
You know, we had like I just said, Zach was kind of doing Catholic Werewolves. I know Ron and Matt, you were both kind of like away from music for all this time.
Yeah.
How daunting was that? Like that first show or leading up to it, of being like, okay, we're gonna finally do this for the first time in X amount of years.
Yeah.
It was weird, man. So I'd played in bands since high school, off and on. Like I was in the Easy Mark. I'd fill in for bass, guitar, lead, and rhythm a few times for Catholic Werewolves, and that was always fun. I'd never been the lead singer of a band, so that was just weird to be the
He did
guy.
write some songs that we always had Ron songs in
Yeah.
Easy Mark sets.
Yeah, but it was like 1 or 2, mostly 1. So it was weird to be that guy. It's still weird. I don't know.
Dingus wrote a song by that guy.
Yeah,
But
that's about me. It's
That's
about
one
me.
of the
I'm pretty
things
sure.
that I think we've grown into, though, from where we started, like just picking it up again.
Yeah.
into doing it now. I think you have like good reason to be proud.
I'm
of
more
it.
comfortable now, but
Yeah, I
that
think
first
you're doing a
show,
good
it
job.
was really, I
Yeah.
was so nervous, man. Of
Yeah.
course, that show, yeah, I was super nervous. I still get nervous before like every show.
Yeah.
I still do a little bit, you know, like I'm never gonna be perfect, and it's just like, and I kind of like almost hone in on the flaws, but like I get over it once I get up on stage, you know. But as we were saying about that first show, yeah, it was weird.
Don't you think it helps when you're playing one night after the other a little bit? Because
Yeah, sure.
for me, I think that showing up in Chicago and getting ready to play,
In
I
retrospect,
felt my
after
face go flush like immediately, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, like this is, setting up to do the thing we're about to do." But then each subsequent night, I felt a little bit just like
retrospect of
more ready
every
to
show
go.
that we're in, the last show was just practice for this show, you know?
Right.
Like, tomorrow's going to be just, like, tonight was practice for tomorrow's show, right?
I think that's the other thing that I recall about the first time we played was that I had like a really big
Prince.
fear of
Prince.
making a big mistake or something, and then finding out that like the show goes on. It's the show overall that really matters. It's not any small individual part that you mess up. I messed up last night at the Reptile Palace, but I think overall it was a really good show. So it's all good.
Make sure you leave that in there.
We all mess up. We all mess up. But that's. I almost lost my stick like a couple times in it.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
It was
One
like,
time his shoelace got over the kick pedal, and he it really fucked everything up. For
and
like,
that's why I tuck them behind now. I'll never it's
Look at this guy.
What's up?
Mr. Ham himself.
Daddy Hambucks.
That's pork sword right
look,
there.
Bro.
Every show is a learning experience, you know?
Pass this down.
You can choose to.
You're good?
No
Okay.
way.
Alright.
Come on, dude.
Dude,
There
no
you go. Bottoms up.
way, no
Bottoms up.
way, no
He's
way.
good. He's good.
I'm
We'll let him. We'll let him.
We'll
be.
get
We'll let
hey
him be.
more for us.
Did you
Anyways,
get one?
Oh, I got one.
Oh, he's
yeah.
Can we crack them one more time?
together.
A group effort.
Come on, like
Okay.
round two.
Alright.
All right. Let's do this.
3, 2, 1.
Yo.
Oh,
Still got
that's
it.
That's good stuff.
that's 2 for the cast.
Shit. I think some of the most crisp cracks that have ever happened.
Just cracks.
Bush. I mean hams.
Hams.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
No, we were talking about you guys' first time, playing again.
Oh, the food's here. Sorry.
Oh man. Disruptive.
We can fix it in post.
Yeah.
So I'll be fixed in post.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Because on the same aspect, but not fully there. Like, obviously, I never played, instruments before, but like when I left the scene, most of you guys were still kind of doing some stuff, but then like most of like our bands had kind of died out. So like when I first came back in with like the podcast, I was like my foot back in the door, and it's so hard to like get reaccustomed to like who's in the scene, especially Iowa City, because it's such a revolving door with all the college kids.
Were you living in Iowa City when you started this?
I was still living in West Liberty.
You were in West Liberty. Okay. Yeah.
But like it's so crazy to try and get back into it, because like most of the bands we all played with aren't
weren't
there anymore.
existing
There's
anymore?
a select few of us that are like still doing it, but yeah, the bands have come and gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I feel like that's probably pretty typical of most scenes, right?
Right.
Like they just come and go, and
Maybe later.
Yeah, later.
they are. Who was the first band you interviewed?
technically it was Tightwire.
No shit.
Yeah, so I had flown up.
That's funny. Look at that.
I came to visit friends, and then I told Tane about the project, and he was like, "Yeah, it sounds cool." So I recorded with them, and then it was like that same weekend I decided to move to Minneapolis, and then I think episode somewhere within the first 4 or 5 episodes,
2 or 3. Yeah.
Bain Marie was on.
Yeah.
So, I think Maddie P's been on like 3 or 4 times, 4th time today.
Mr. Popular.
Once before.
Okay.
Rational. You came to my home,
Yep.
and we did it that was awesome.
We did dinner.
Dakota's a frequent flyer too.
Yep.
TV Cop.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see what like the Iowa City scene has become. Like, obviously a lot of the homies are all in like new bands, and they're just still like striving to be like get to where they want to be. But I feel like everyone's evolution of bands has like been crazy. Like, I don't know what it is with seeing all these people right now, and I don't know if it's just because I talk to a decent amount of people, but it's like that third or fourth band that is like finally like hitting for everyone. So like obviously, you know, other bands have died out, but like Gunk Lung and New Neighbors are killing it right now. Eugene Levy, that's, you know, Brian's second band. Well, depending on which iteration.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it could be like the seventh band. But, like, they're fucking killing it.
Yeah.
You know, TV Cop is killing it right now. Like, that whole scene is just so good. Early Girl as well. Like, it's just nice to see that the Iowa City scene is like such a pivotal moment right now.
Well, in Iowa City is just, it's a college town, right? Like, so most people live there for 4 years, and then they're gone, and then you get a new cycle of like people sometimes, and then right now I think like there's a lot of people hanging out, you know, and
a lot of bands right now.
You start to realize who like writes good music and sticks around.
Yeah.
Honestly, I gotta say though, traveling has been a better experience than sometimes we had back in Iowa City. I think that like
it's different.
I think that
there's
like,
more bands than people in Iowa City. That's the thing.
Even going to Cedar Rapids, we get, you know, a good crowd.
It's a new crop of people.
Yeah.
You know.
So, yeah, Iowa City we play at Gabe's most frequently, and we had one of our best shows ever with Belmont out of New York,
Chicago,
yeah. Good, we were in Chicago.
Young Culture was New Jersey. Yeah.
So that
they
was a show,
they were cool too.
That was a show that was like extremely rewarding to play in Iowa City, and then
we actually played well. That was like clutch.
I mean, yeah, that's not to like shame on it. Like it's one of those shows. Iowa City is one of those towns where unless you are part of the scene, you'll go to the shows. But if you're not, you don't know what's going on. So you only go if like there's a big name playing.
Yeah.
Which kind of really sucks. Like,
it can suck. It's a college town, right? Like people just they transition in and out so often. It's kind of hard to like keep the same people hanging out in the scene. Like there are, but there's also just new people coming in, and then the old heads moving out sometimes. You know,
the shows are what you make it, and like I feel like a lot of Iowa City shows are like a couple weeks before this run, New Neighbors played with Parachute Day and some other locals, and like it was a Sunday night, like post spring break, not a lot of people there, but like it was a fun night, and like people showed up. We played like one of the better sets we played, and like it was fun in its own right.
It's always rewarding to play for sure. We get to like put on a show that I think we really do all feel proud of, but traveling has been just a lot of fun and good experience for us as well. Like, we want to, you know, tomorrow, and if any of your listeners are in Des Moines, we're going to be playing it in Des Moines tomorrow afternoon. And
I don't think this is live.
Yeah, this episode comes
out. I know it's
not June. So
okay,
like,
well, good.
That show sold
it was
out.
Already. You already saw it on the news.
We're going to be on David Letterman now. Oh wait, is that?
Yeah.
What year is it? Tomorrow.
House show has to end due to too many grilled cheese.
It's just Project X instead.
Yeah.
Like that's what it turns into. But it's like, how much is this getting you ready to like hit the road again?
Honestly, it's another first for me. So it's definitely like you got to take a first step. So it's been like the best experience you could probably have had. Like. I imagine they don't all go so fucking well.
That's what Prince has brought up. Was like we're kind of in it right now, and like just got to keep doing it.
Yeah. I don't think it was just as like a stepping stone to going and doing it again. Like it was for the sake of doing it.
Right.
But like.
Because
we're learning things every time we go out. Every time we play a show, you're learning what you did right and what you did wrong. And we're going on tour right now, and we're learning what we do right and we do wrong. Not that it's our first tours or anything like that, but it's just like,
this has been smooth because we've done it.
It's always a learning experience. You
can tell there's a lot of experience behind some of the manufacturers of this tour.
Don't intend to stop doing it.
Yeah,
right.
Good, because I want to keep seeing you guys up here.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you guys played tonight at Memory Lanes. Which for people that are from Minneapolis and go to Memory Lanes, have seen shows there. You know, it wasn't normally it's normally in like the side room, but tonight
Yeah.
on not a punk rock Monday,
that was crazy.
they did the stage on the lanes, which was super cool to.
We didn't know what to expect.
I loved
They're
it.
excited
Like
about that.
as
Never played a show like that.
as
and
one
it
who
was awesome.
loves
Yeah.
a good old bowling alley. I've been bowling since I was a kid. I was like, I'm at home right now. I'm just playing drums on a fucking bowling alley.
And
Right
I
now.
think that's something
It was fun as fuck.
crazy about it is that like I don't know, or like the stage is on like in the middle of
Yeah,
the lane.
And
like,
people are
covered for, like,
bowling
4
around
minutes.
us.
So you're on stage and you're halfway down a bowling lane looking back at the at people playing, and it's like I've never in my life felt more behind the velvet ropes than I felt halfway just sitting
Yeah.
at a bowling alley.
And-
Like
and-
my entire childhood, like, hey, you're not allowed past this line, and just to stride confidently past it. And,
Oh, I've got a wristband, buddy.
and
I'm cool.
jump around and make a bunch of noise whilst standing on that
And
was.
it was funny because we're right there, right by the 10 pins. New Neighbors are in the middle of the set. And we hear a giant crash, and Zach goes, "That's a strike." And I'm trying not to laugh my ass off. Like, I gotta start a song, man.
They gave me a microphone.
Yeah, it ebbs and flows. Is why I
Like it's been our first like tour as a collective, as the bands. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
Gunk Lung has been out before, but it's like it's just been every night's been like has its own charm. Like when like nobody knows who we are. Like we're just some bands from Iowa that like give a shit, and so it's been super fun to like
So I
play
think
these
that-
cool towns.
It's
And-
nice to make money on this tour.
Yeah.
We've gone on tour a long time ago. I'm sure you've gone on tour in this.
Establishments
And
have
this
been
is like,
Put a lot of money
they-
into
and
it.
then you just don't make shit.
Oh yeah.
And like we've actually, surprisingly, shockingly, made money. And it's
Making
just
some
like,
good money.
woo! It's awesome.
that doesn't
It's
happen.
awesome.
Yeah.
This has been a great
So-
tour.
Very
Not
lucky.
just for the money. I mean, I do it for the love
Very
of the money.
lucky.
Yeah, but it's awesome. It's just-
Every venue has been, they've helped, like, they've been able to accommodate us, and it's been great.
I love you.
So I think one thing that was interesting about last night was that our show, I feel like we brought a really cool sense of like prepared entertainment, like
Hanging
on a
on
professional
every word.
level. Because so in the reptile, what?
You're doing great.
In the reptile
Go on.
palace, the night started off just really interestingly. Like everything was like running late, and the first band played for an hour. And shout out to the Dead Ends. Like it was. All I'm trying to say is that the night got on, and I was really proud of the way that like I felt like traveling in, being guests in their city and in their bar, we brought like a good show to them. Like we showed up and did it, all circumstances included.
It's been great. It's been a
Cool.
great tour. Fucking love it, man. We're having a good time. We do it for the money. We do it for the money.
I mean, that's
And it
only-
finally worked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
paying mortgages and shit. You know,
Yeah.
I am
You need
paying a
that-
mortgage. Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, no shit, man. I heard my cut's 100%, so I don't know what you guys
We've been eating.
Oh,
good on
no!
Big dog, I'm recommending the Iron Mask. I'm just happy to be out. Like,
It's fun to play shows not in Iowa City. I love Iowa City, but it's fun to play.
We play
shows.
games all the time.
It's just
I love
great.
games.
It's
Like,
just
shout
we
out
are
to
great.
playing games.
We are
I
great.
love it.
Fantastic place.
But it's nice to play somewhere different sometimes, you know? Yeah.
We had a real
It's not
Chicago
better, it's just
moment
different.
after our show
exactly.
at the G-Man Tavern in Chicago. Right when we were done and we had to like get all of our shit out of the bar, Matt goes and gets us all Chicago dogs from across the street at
What was
the.
that? What was that place called? Zach, you should know.
Wrigleyville?
Wrigleyville Dogs.
Wrigleyville Dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were closed as fuck.
If you want to sponsor our
Yeah.
next tour, that would be great. We'll play at every venue in Chicago if we can
For hot dogs.
for hot dogs.
But it,
Hot
like,
dags.
Oh man.
What? Sorry.
I was
Hot
gonna-
dog?
I was
At
gonna
the
say, like,
moment, it was
within
like,
driving distance of
emblematic.
Yeah.
like, real, like within like
Within
box
within
radius.
comfortable
Yeah,
catering
yeah,
distance
yeah,
of
whatever.
Wrigleyville Dogs.
Anything for hot
They were
dogs.
closed as fuck, and Prince showed up with 5 hot dogs for us. It was awesome.
Yeah, worked his magic
Charmed
and
'em.
came out with a
Charmed
bunch of Chicago.
It's that
dogs.
chef life. You know,
Please.
Man knows his
Please
way
don't
around a
have
dog. So.
Yeah.
so it's been a good tour so far.
Yeah.
It's good.
Each stop has been characteristic in some way. Between the bowling alley,
But only one
the
said hot
Reptile
dogs.
Palace, the G-Man Tavern. It's been fun. And tomorrow is going to be awesome.
House show in Des Moines.
Excited about that.
obviously this comes out way after that house show in Des Moines, but what are your guys' at this point? You know, you've experienced all these different things on, you know, Thursday, Friday, today. What's something that you're expecting, or like not fully expecting, but it could just pop up out of nowhere for tomorrow? It being also house show on a Sunday.
Yeah. I'd say
Well-
just getting home super late.
You expecting to get home? Yeah, I'm expecting to get
I
home.
think it's
yeah.
I think it's gonna be a good turnout. I think it's gonna be like a fun like ending to the weekend. Like it's a house show.
It's kind of fitting that it's going to be a house show. It's just like, it feels more...
It's gonna be
feels
it's
more
gonna be a good
punk rock
hang.
to like
Yeah.
end on a house show, you know?
Where-
Just like...
We've been fortunate enough to play venues all 3 days, like bars, and very unique in their own ways.
I don't think New Neighbors has played a house show, right? I don't think we've ever played a house show
No,
as
so
this band, so this will be really
and it's
fun.
our friend Jared
like-
and More Cheese and America Cheer.
yeah,
and
so that'll be
Lamp.
fun.
They're gonna be
Lamp.
Lamp tomorrow.
Lamp is
Lamp.
he's in many
Yeah.
projects.
Lamp, mofos.
And there's gonna be grilled cheeses,
Mhm.
and it's just gonna be a night. And TV Cops coming to play.
We're expecting some friends to be there.
We are expecting
tomorrow's
friends
gonna be
to be
it's
there.
gonna be a good.
Um,
It's gonna be a nice last
It's a
hurrah.
recipe for a good time.
yeah.
I'm from Des Moines. I might have some family showing up at that show. That would be
Nice.
super duper cool to see. It's going to be really exciting to play a show in Des Moines. That's going to be really fun. So.
I want people to
Great way
get
to end it.
rowdy.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm expecting it, but that's what I want. I want some
Some broken
rowdiness,
drywall.
you know?
That's I've
Yeah.
played one house.
Let's open up
show.
this fucking pit. I want to say that, you know?
That was
Maybe
my
I'll say it. I don't know. I'll read the
You
room.
demand it. Just
Yeah,
be like,
it's
this is
true.
what
That's
you're doing
true.
next.
Expected donation $5 / punch a hole in the drywall.
We
No.
want some money. All right, open this fucking pit up.
Yep.
You're
How you feeling? How we feeling?
loopy.
Yeah.
It's been a day.
I feel
been a day.
great.
It's been like 3 days.
And
It's
for
been.
you guys, it's been like
That's the other aspect of the tour. I'll say is we have gotten rowdy every time. It's
Not-
been fun.
yeah, sure you have. Either way, at the
I think
Serious.
every time we got awesomed.
What the
yeah, everything's awesome. The show tomorrow's gonna be great, and then like after this, we're just gonna keep, and we're gonna go into hibernation and like pump out some music.
We got an EP to
We've
finish.
we've got, but
I'm going to
both.
sleep for a little bit.
Yeah, Prince is gonna go to sleep. That sounds
Yeah.
good as well. I need to go to sleep.
Alright.
Not tonight though.
2
But
weeks.
Yeah.
we have 4 more tracks. that
both
we
bands
put
have a lot of
instruments
music in the
down.
works, which is exciting.
what's I mean, just to be that guy, I guess. But like, what's been the
That's doing it.
taking so long? Because I know you guys have been in the studio a few different times. Obviously, you guys pretty
He's busy
pretty
as hell, man, and that's cool.
Just,
We all are.
just life,
Yeah.
kind of, you know. So I primarily write the music and the lyrics for it, and I'll be honest, I wrote 2 of these songs musically a long time ago. 2 of them are very recent musical writings, and lyrics I've done for 3 of them. I don't have any lyrics written for the 4th one, so that's a big one. Is the last EP we did? We did the vocals for them pretty much all in one day. Maybe we came back and did a little bit touch-ups here and there. Yeah, and I expect to kind of do the same.
Mhm.
I should probably finish the lyrics for the 4th one before we go back in there, so I gotta do that.
But I think that our songs really come together when we start like laying them down and doing something, and that's always been true for us. We don't always like move forward until like the due date kind of, you know, a little bit. We bump up against things, and that's why Matt has been such a asset to our band in general. Is like he helped us get some of our first recording going. He took us out on our first tour. He's been like instrumental in kind of helping us move forward.
I tell
towards
everyone I do my
ideas.
best writing. Like ever since I was in high school, right? You write a paper. Oh, I do it best when my back's up against the wall. I've never wrote anything when my back wasn't up against the wall. So
It's like, but the
my best day, my
intuition-
worst writing, I guess.
Our intuition is always in, I think, everything we play, even when we just like pick up our instruments and we're just fucking around. Like we always have, I think, an intuition that our band like just has because we've played together for so long. everybody has that as musicians. But ours particularly evolve into things that we like later like pick up on, and you know, sometimes we implement them into song. But you know, when Ron brings in a song to work on, when that due date comes up, we're always kind of ready to like execute it in a way that is really us. It's not like you know, last minute write it in and send it. It's always got like our interpretation on it.
We're slow.
Yeah, we're slow. We're slow and lazy. Okay, there you go.
That's
Is that
the new neighbors.
Busy.
That's new neighbors.
Yeah.
Is it more slow just because it takes you? You're one of those people that like you really have to like sit down and think about it when you write, or do things come to you pretty like fluidly?
It's kind of a combination. Like I'll pour over it a good chunk, but like the words will just kind of almost like. So I'll kind of write.
He's
quickly.
a clever motherfucker.
I'll write quickly, but
Lyrics
I
are
want
amazing.
to edit as well. So like I'll write it pretty quickly. Then it takes me forever to edit because I'm like, oh yeah, that line came out really quickly, or like this whole verse came out quickly, and then I'm like, I don't love this, and I'll just kind of pour over it some more and more and more, and try and edit it till I think it's perfect, and then we'll record it with like the last EP. We'll record it. And like, oh, it's set in stone. Man, I really wish I'd changed that up. You know, so it'll never be perfect in my mind. You know, but it takes me a minute. It's funny because I've listened to like podcasts, like Krista makes podcasts. He'll have artists on, and they'll talk about one song in particular. And it's kind of cool because like Matt Skiba talks about writing radio. He's like, oh yeah, we were in the studio and we needed one more song, and he just wrote it like nothing, like really, really quickly. And then you'll have Tim McElrath from Rise Against. He talks about Savior, and he's like, oh, I've been working on that song for years. And it's just kind of really interesting to hear how different popular artists have their songwriting techniques, where some of them are like they just come up with it on the spot, and other ones they pour over it
But
forever.
also those songs turned into their biggest songs.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's
So there's no right one way formula to write a song, and it's really cool to hear that there's no like if you're not doing it this way, then you're never gonna have a hit or have a good song. Like there's always it just depends on the writer.
Right.
Is really what it comes to. So I don't try and overthink it in that sense, but long story short, it takes me a bit.
I listen to this podcast. I heard some songs.
The song that we have on the Burner Split with Gunk Lung is what's it called?
Balance.
A Balance.
Yeah.
That riff, we alluded to it a little bit earlier, was written by Zach way back in high school, and I remember like living with him in college and kind of fucking around on guitars and hearing that riff, and then we brought it back all these
10
years later, and
yeah.
it's like a song that we like to play.
I play drums.
We recorded it.
That was actually the first song I think we had fully written with lyrics, vocals, instruments.
That's crazy.
That was our first song.
I remember Ron playing the riff. I was like, "That's mine." He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna write a song."
No, Matt actually told me.
I recalled it.
He recalled
and
it.
taught to him.
I don't
You
remember
taught
anything.
it to me. Or did you teach it to me?
Yeah,
I wrote
just-
Car on Fire over the course of 3 hours.
Did you? Everything? All of it?
Every instrument.
Fucking
Yeah.
A, man.
Jackie planted her spring garden. And I wrote and recorded Car on Fire.
Which is like the Gunk Lung
Yeah.
song.
Dude, when you guys play that one
What a-
live, I fucking love it. I go
That's
nuts
the
up
that's
there.
the burner. That's the burner.
That was one song that I wrote and really never thought about again. But then Get Better took 10 years before
Yeah.
I wanted to write lyrics for that riff.
Yeah.
Right. It is
Yeah.
different for every song though.
Yeah.
Though.
I did the 2020 that's going to come out on our new album. I think I wrote that song in probably
If there's
probably a
anything,
couple hours, something like that, and maybe a day. I don't know. It was just that one was really quick.
Or sometimes it's just too good and you're like, I might not have the mature enough content
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
as somebody who
Right
doesn't
now.
write songs, the only thing I can observe, and I'm gonna make a callback to a great song, it's just doing it. You just gotta do it.
got
So writing great music.
Can you
is
tag
really
Mike
doing
Vallely
it.
in this podcast?
Yeah.
Sometimes
That man's doing it.
When you're going to the moon, don't forget your broom.
you gotta
Oh.
shoot for the moon. You also bring
Yep.
your
Anyways,
broom.
the Gunk Lung writing
That's
process
doing it.
is quite. It's all Prince,
Yeah.
and he basically was like, "Hey,
To the best of my ability,
Yeah.
we'll play drums.
Dude can fucking drum. Like
Correct.
he's got a good grasp on it.
Yeah.
Like
He even you get work, man. You play
you
as a
feel it
drummer.
on TV cop.
Yeah.
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 I don't know.
I just recorded a demo and I'm like, this is kind of the idea. Let's make-
It's good. The
make it better,
vision
make
is
it better.
what the songwriter really does. And then as just musicians, it's fun to like help that song like kind of come out to what it ends up being and how it's performed. Like performance is different than recording too, because we're not like that far off from what we do, but every night so far has just been like a different experience playing the same songs. But we were in a bowling alley tonight, and that was cool. It was awesome.
And as far as songwriting goes, at least with New Neighbors, like I write I've got like the guitar work and like the idea in my head of how I want the song to go, but it's no time has it ever been exactly like I thought it to be in the end result, because bringing it to these two guys, like, we'll change something up. Like they're just as much a part of the writing process as I am, because we just kind of we flesh it out together, you know.
Just
Yeah.
doing it.
We're just doing it.
We're just
We're just
doing
doing
it.
it. Yeah.
It's funny to think about like
That's why we're in a band. That's why we're in a band. We're not just solo guys doing it.
You can't
when
just do it
when
solo.
writing parts for
I can, but
You can't just do it like that.
when writing parts for on songs, oftentimes it feels just like that's just the way it is. Like whatever I play, it's like it's just the
Like what
I get a
Tupac
sense
said.
of what he's going for, and it
That's
feels
just the way it
really
is.
fun to just feel like
Things will
never
never
be
be
the
the
that what you're
same.
bringing to it is exactly what
He's
the
not gonna
song
stop talking
is.
unless you stop him.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah.
I smell what you're saying.
It's fluid.
I'm
it's
trying to
cohesive,
add to what
it
he
just,
was saying,
really
like an
works really
adult
well.
in the conversation.
Basically, like a nice little full puzzle.
Yes,
Which
exactly.
is great.
Well, and you do the same thing on drums for sure. You instantly pick up on like what the
He just keeps
type-
drumming
what the
until you
tone,
say
what the theme, what the drive is.
I don't know what I do.
You bang on things all
You do
day.
as you're
Banging
told.
on the street lights,
Banging
drumming
on the
on
street
the trash
lights.
cans. Anyways,
Just
what's
wanna
up?
bang on this drum all day.
Oh man.
What was the question?
You're reminding the audience of a failure here.
Oh shit.
Whatever the question was, that was
I'm having a
content
good
right
time.
there.
Yeah.
Right.
Palmer, what's your favorite memory?
We're all best friends,
Tour
and that's
right
the
now.
worst part of this
My
entire
favorite
experience.
memory
at the
of
moment.
tour,
Yeah.
it's probably got to be the Chicago Dogs underneath like
Oh
the
my
marquee of the
That's
the
it?
Metro, and
That's the one.
like you
That's
know,
it.
I don't know, it was just kind of cool because
You put him on the spot,
Those,
man.
those peppers were fucking bomb.
and I
though.
did,
love
yes,
sport
it was
dogs,
an
dude.
amazing,
Dogs
are
amazing
sport
like gourmet experience.
Yeah.
But like to me, it was I don't know the first one I remember.
Where do Chicago Dogs like rank as far as the
Where
hot
did they
dogs
get
go?
off?
Like
Can you
chili
reciprocate and
dogs,
tell me
sport
your
dogs?
favorite memory?
I'm not a hot dog
My
connoisseur.
favorite memory.
No.
My favorite memory was digging through my gear for the second time in the same night looking for a capo.
Mm.
You should tell that story.
That was-
Did you tell them that story right now?
Oh,
That's
It's
a
a
little
quick
hard to
one. It's a
clear.
good one. It's a
Yeah.
good one.
I don't know how to tell
Because then
this
there's a
story.
part B to it that we got to figure out too.
It's true.
Tomorrow.
Half
night,
my
is it?
set uses a capo, and I forgot my capo in iOS. So when we were in Chicago, we went to the Music Exchange to get one. It was very expensive, and I played a set, and I lost it at that bar that night. So when I got to Oshkosh, and we were about to play a set, I was like, I've lost my capo. For
You're
the
not gonna
second
believe
time.
this,
Yeah.
guys.
You guys will never freaking believe it.
Yeah. And I didn't.
No.
Oh man.
And then tonight, the third night of tour, you still needed a capo.
Thank you,
I-
Dingus.
So
I think-
Dingus.
And Tickets went and bought
I think
one,
someone
right?
from Dingus went and
He
bought
went
one.
home
Thanks.
and
Yeah.
brought
one.
two.
Oh yeah.
Did you get it back to him?
I gave it back. Oh yes, sir.
We should probably
Last
reach out
night-
to someone in Des Moines and make sure they've got a capo, right?
Yeah.
Last
We
night
know
at the
Dakota, he
Reptile
can bring it.
Palace,
Okay,
for a
Dakota.
moment there was like deep consideration that we would just have you play like a whole step down or something from whatever, and that would not have been a viable
Transpose it
solution.
to
Yeah.
How would that have gone for you?
We'd have figured it out, man.
I know, of course, but
It's only one step.
you
Yeah.
joined us for this tour, and it's been an absolute awesome time getting to know
It's
you.
been a shit show.
But you've played with Gunk Lung once before,
Just
twice
played.
before.
It's a joke.
I've played one.
Is that the
I played
joke?
one
Show you
performance.
shit.
with
That's
Matt
the-
before
that's
this
the
tour,
joke.
Yeah. But I mean that's but
No,
that's
no.
part of the fun though.
What a
Like,
funny thing to like
Hey, Rob.
like be going through like the crisis list of
What do you
things.
want?
Just be like, okay, you're just gonna have to change everything about
Never
what
mind.
you've rehearsed so far.
yeah, that's all right.
That's
yeah.
a liquid
I
death.
mean, you know,
I
that's,
wouldn't have been happy about it.
you know, I'm
I'm
just
glad it didn't come to that.
no.
When bass
but-
players get together.
It would've-
Why don't you just let people talk sometimes?
It was actually kind of
We
funny.
do.
Yeah.
So Palmer came over to the table that I was sitting at with Dustin and Aaron from Try Siren,
Yeah.
and then Dustin asked him a bass question, and you just watched two bass players just immediately
Yeah.
lock into each other and just have a whole conversation.
Yeah, he asked me about my bass. That was a mistake.
Matt and I both showed up to load in for this tour with mustaches and denim jackets, and I was just like, cool.
We're the
This
bass
is-
players.
Well,
shows to the.
I didn't realize that the bass players were wearing a uniform for this tour, but damn it all, Palmer and I figured one out, but without even communicating.
And they're doing it well.
Yeah.
They're doing it well.
Yeah. No, it's been good, but I'm glad you found a capo, Matt.
So
Whatever, we would have been good.
Okay, it would have been fine. It would have been awesome. It would have been stellar.
I don't need a capo.
The entire inception of this tour / just getting through it has been the. I mean, this is life and just tour and just like
Adapt, improvise,
adapt
overcome.
and figure it out, and it's just like shit.
So Dingus, right, closed out the show tonight.
Yep.
And their performance sounded fucking incredible.
We were great.
And it was really funny. I really enjoyed the
They're very
guitar
talented.
player's setup. Like, his amp is like pristine. Like,
Sam's a very
model
good
and
guitar
everything.
player. Yeah.
And then the bass player who played so incredibly and sounded so great. He was using my bass amp, and I was just like, "Hey, that thing did work on this tour. That was really nice." So more bass player talk took place with them for sure.
My drums sounded good too.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
dude.
did. There you go.
Impeccable.
That's definitely something.
All right, we
that
can
I
start the
noticed.
podcast back up now.
Okay, good.
Everybody used my drums all weekend.
You
Anyways,
just gotta do it.
because that's doing it.
You just gotta do it.
That is doing it.
Doing
Mike Vallely and the Complete Disaster doing it. YouTube it. Live your life.
You're welcome, world.
We're not doing people a service by telling them this.
Yeah,
They're really not. They made so I rode with them to the show tonight. Immediately listened to that.
It's called sharing the.
Oh
burden.
yeah.
Yeah, it made me feel like I was on tour again. It did.
I'm sorry.
Bring me
It,
into
it,
it.
it, had just
Psychic
happened, it had
damage.
just happened to me like 10 minutes
If
before
we have
got
to,
here. I'm
if
sorry.
we have to live with that unfortunate knowledge, then the rest of the world
That's-
has to live with that knowledge.
That's fair.
We're not making the world a better place.
You know, I feel like
Fuck the
we're.
world.
I feel like this episode for sure. We're in a very rambly place. Obviously, we were at a show. Beers have been
Yeah.
had. Substances have been had.
What?
It's legal here.
It's cool.
Yeah. So I don't know why I said it that way. Anyways, we could talk about all the new music, but I know we're just gonna get back into stories. Obviously, you guys listen to Just Doing It by Machiavelli, but like, what other shenanigans have you guys been getting into on the road? Because like when me and the Exit Boys were to be on the road, we'd do like What Are the Odds? We'd play Hey Cow, which I can teach you that one. It's
Please
super
do. Yeah.
fun. But like, what do you guys do to kill time in this van on these 4 days so far?
Most of the dudes nap.
So Ron and I,
Kind of old.
Ron and I ride cockpit. I've been driving mostly. Ron drove today,
Drove
but
here. Give me my credit.
I'm not. But
It's sucked.
either way, we're the
Yes,
we're the ones getting us from point A to point B, and I'd rather I love it. I drive. That's what I do. I like to do it. So
I
it's
make social media posts.
that's the beautiful thing about this. We all have a role and doing what needs to get done, and
We got a lot of snacks.
Yeah, we
People are
got snacks.
snacking,
I've
you know.
thoroughly-
I
enjoyed-
totally housed his Chex Mix last night.
Oh,
after he
yes.
passed out.
We're really upset about it.
I
still.
replaced it. I tried to regain my honor.
He
but-
gave me the small version of the bag that he housed. Absolutely housed.
Pretty quick into the drive, we started a cumulative playlist on Spotify.
The group tour playlist has been
Unreal. Has been
It's-
so much fun.
Can I real quick?
Yeah, go
Shout
for it.
out
Yeah, bro.
to Mike Place for putting Big Sean on the playlist.
Oh, yeah.
That's Matt Prince.
Matt Prince. Did I say Mike Place?
Mike Place is another MP.
Different MP. Different
Dear old
MP.
friend.
I apologize.
We miss you.
I've had a couple of
We'll see you
beers with
soon.
some bands, so
I've been next to you for 3 days.
The beers with the bands are kicking in.
But I will say that's a nice.
I remember
feature
Big Sean,
we do
though,
with
so-
the
Yeah,
podcast.
he was on it.
Yeah,
That's,
like
that's a good
playlists.
song.
Yeah.
it
We
was
do
a
it
great
like
song.
for
I don't
like,
fuck
we
with
were,
you.
like playing games, but like back when we were touring, like we didn't have that option. So
Yeah.
it was like when I drove, it's like I'm listening to what the fuck I want to listen to.
Yeah.
Fuck all of y'all. You got headphones.
Oh, driver got first
Yeah.
choice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and like I live in Dubuque right now, and it's just not a pop punk town at all. It is, and so it's
It's a bushlight town. Is what it is.
yeah, not a huge,
Not a lot of wheat.
yeah,
Mostly
but
chaff,
so
or-
I digress.
chaff.
It's been really really awesome to throw songs onto a playlist that are like I think there are a couple of them are like I think I'm the only one that knows this song. I feel like I'm the only one that listens to this song, and then to hear that song, and then you put it onto a playlist that's 8 hours long at this point that we've got on shuffle.
There's like almost 200 songs now. Just
And rock and roll McDonald's.
rockin'.
Oh,
And Prince goes,
McDonald's.
"Why are you playing it? How have you not changed it yet?" I was like, "Cause it's rock and roll."
But-
like, respect the
Who
craft.
added it?
yeah.
Respect
But
the
there are
craft.
songs
I
like that
added
where
it.
somebody adds something
You
like
wanted
that,
to
or
change it?
You
No,
add
I was
some,
just curious why it was still on.
some
Fucking
obscure
rules,
song,
man.
and then you
It's a
hear
good song.
3 other dudes in the van start singing along with it, and it's like that's actually happened several times on the tour for me. I don't know if I don't think we know who adds songs or what, but
I'm taking note.
to like kind of put on
Judging.
a song that that you've kind of taken solace in, and then to have that song come up and then hear these dudes that you really just met.
Basically, go, oh!
Yeah, this song slaps. Is a very quick way to build friendships and build relationships. So I would say that has been the highlight for me is just kind of vibing in the van with everybody and just kind of singing along to just having this like 4-hour long sing along with your friends and listening to awesome punk music has been just
And Big
that
Sean.
in itself has been and Big Sean.
As far as
has been
shenanigans
Sean.
Hey, can we
go,
start tomorrow off with that song?
Which one? I added some more Big Sean to the
fuck.
playlist.
Oh my god! You
I
mean
don't-
he has other songs?
Like it was.
But I
I
bounced right
I remember
back.
the distinct moment. Like we had just gotten into Illinois. We're getting on to 88, taking that roundabout.
Oh yeah.
And you
oh,
just hear,
yeah.
and it's, I don't
Aye,
fucking
aye.
you.
Little
And then we're
stupid
like,
bitch.
And then I'm just like, okay. We're like,
Pretty sure we almost
Little
crashed
stupid
because
ass-
Zach was vibing. So
because
good.
I was like, yes.
Yes.
And then later came to find out that Prince put that on the playlist. He's like, yeah, I was mad. I was like, let's fucking go. It just vibes have been high the whole time. It's been a great hang.
To go along
Like-
with that, there was one other song we were all super hyped for.
Oh, Andrew WK?
Party hard.
WK,
Party
party
hard.
hard. So we were adding things to the
Bum,
playlist, and I just like I was adding a bunch of stuff to it, and I look through it, and I go all the way down to the bottom, and I see Andrew WK all the way at the bottom. I'm like, who the fuck added Andrew WK? And Grant over here tells me he did that, and I'm
Diabolical.
stoked. And I don't think until day 2 it finally played.
We were pulling into the show in Chicago.
We had just gotten through the mess.
yeah.
Was it Chicago?
We almost got ran over by a
By the end
semi.
of day 1, that
We
Andrew
learned
WK
how the
finally
brakes work in the van.
And it was
They
just,
work
we just hear
very well.
the intro to that. When it's time to party, we will party hard, and all of us.
We were finally so
That
relieved.
was an
and
epic
stoked.
Chicago moment too.
Yeah,
Man.
it was,
It really
yeah.
hit at just the time where you had to like wake up from being on the road for so long to like unload and prepare to go to the van.
It was, you get into city traffic, you're just like, okay, gotta pay attention.
Yeah, shout out Zach for driving us through the city of
Yeah,
Chicago. 'Cause
absolutely.
It fucking sucks.
But
I love
the
it.
group
Been there,
playlist
done
has
that.
led to has probably been the driver for all of the shenanigans. Be it for a really awesome song that we all love, be it for Big Sean songs that we all love for different reasons.
Hype.
Yeah, for hype. I think that's
And then new music, like music I've never heard before.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and then
cool
finding
to-
and I think that's
I
also
find
really
myself
cool
asking,
is-
who's this? Like a lot.
and I've saved that playlist now. I've got 8 hours of awesome music. So wouldn't it be weird that on this tour where we're playing music alive that we've all thoroughly found all this joy in just sharing music with each other on these long drives?
It is.
It's the best part.
You're
It's
right,
the
Grant.
camaraderie.
That is
It's
one of the
just
best
hanging
parts.
with your friends.
Yeah.
It's
And we
really
get to hang with you.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
holy
that's-
shit.
I mean, that's the shit that I missed about being on the road. Is just in the van with your best friends and just like not giving a fuck. Yeah, the shows can be fun, but like you're in the van for most of your day anyways. Like
that's a good chunk of your day.
The van time is what really has to
it's
be perfect.
been so laid. It's a great group of guys. It's been very laid back. It's been a lot of fun.
You know what? I gotta say, it's nice that we're all like grown-ups about this situation in some ways too. That helps a lot. Like, you know, we're good men here. A bunch of us, and when we travel, we respect each other. We've been having like a really, really good time.
Yeah. We don't hate each other yet, so that's cool, right?
We really have to get through the one more day too. So unless this shit really goes south, you know, tomorrow,
I'll give you guys something.
Like 100% south.
Forebode.
I can't get no respect.
No respect. No, and this just hang out with your friends for a few days and bust some chops, having a good time.
Ball busters.
That's been because like Ron, Palmer, and myself, we've all known each other for a very long time. So like, we've been roommates. Like the camaraderie's been there.
Flabbergasted.
And so it's been a fun dynamic to add to Grant and Prince. Just be like, oh.
What's up?
You're cracking up.
Here we are. I don't know. See? Insanity and
this is crazy shit. This isn't even weird. I met him like 2 days ago, and this isn't even weird.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. Matthew, it tastes like beef jerky.
It smells like beef jerky.
When you burped,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that was funny to me. I had some beef jerky in the van earlier, and that flipped shit.
I'm so upset
and now we've come
that.
full circle from that moment.
Peppered beef jerky.
Oh,
what was that brand?
Old Trapper.
Old Trapper.
Shout out to Old Trapper if you want to sponsor our next tour.
20 minutes after getting in the
hams and Old Trapper.
For the first time after meeting each other, we go to a gas station. You get beef jerky, and he opens it, and I like instantly. I was like, he either like really ripped one, or that
it's just the fun of beef jerky. I know. I thought I was smart. I was like, oh, this is a really good protein that I can take on the trip, and it's just the
Once I knew
that I could have brought on the trip.
Once I knew, it was no longer gross. But when you don't know and you smell, and you have no idea that this could be dirty.
It's beef jerky without the diagnosis. Like once you know that it's beef jerky, you're like, oh, that's beef jerky. But before you know it's beef jerky, that could be a wide range of things, and it's really uncomfortable.
Exactly.
Because he offered me beef jerky when I got in the van.
Did you take it? Did you partake?
No. Oh. I said no, but then I heard Prince go, oh, I thought you just burped. And then the smell hit my nose, and I was like, oh, yeah, that would have been nasty.
Exactly. Like if you know it's beef jerky, oh, that smells like beef jerky. But if you don't know that's beef jerky, you're like, oh, that person's ill.
Yeah.
Fix yourself, man.
Oh, man. Just...
She is. Shoo.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I derailed that shit.
It's
Anyway,
Beers with Bands. What?
That's fine. There's no destination
People
there.
just want to watch. People just want to watch something interesting.
Goddamn finale right there.
Yeah.
We've talked about the
It's been a good
inception of
time.
both bands.
Yeah.
I think people want to watch what we've been up to tonight.
Yeah, we talked about the new tour.
We talked about tour shenanigans.
Yeah.
We talked about smells.
Kind of things coming next. I know we talked about their upcoming record.
Yeah.
What's in the works with Gunk Lung?
I'm going to put out a 3-song release with Gunk Lung. The artwork is done by Beatrice, who runs Iowa City World City. I don't. Definitely Death in the Midwest. Either way,
Death in the Midwest.
Yeah. We're gonna do a 3-song release. It'll be Car on Fire, a couple other songs that we're playing on the road right now. And then it might transition a little bit more from just me writing the music and asking people to help me out with it, and perhaps Zach and I collaborating and getting to cut in there to write some songs that we're all putting our input in. Yeah.
It's been a big thing with Gunk Lung is like it started out as like Prince passion project, like, and I was like, oh, we're like kind of a band, which is the same thing how New Neighbors have. It's like, oh, we're a band?
Real opportunity,
and then
to write like
and then it's like Grant's been filling in, which probably gonna, if the stars at least
keep moving
for shows.
I'm on doing this one, and then I'm on for the Des Moines show at the end of the month.
Yeah, so it's just where Prince comes in and he's like, the project's not going to stop. Like, nothing's going to stop it. Like, if I'm not available, somebody's going to play drums, or you just did an acoustic show.
Yep.
It's just...
But I think
the artistic collective part, like...
your
I like to
drumming
put-
ability
really quick,
is able to bring it to Gunk Lung, like, you know, I think you just really have a knack for doing that.
And I think that also speaks to Matthew's
Yeah.
a passion and just networking and just how awesome of a dude you are, that you will. And I think no matter how long you make music, you will always have people that are kind of that are very willing to step up and work with you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because of the, like I said, the quality of dude you are, and certainly the quality of music that you're kicking out, man. So.
I only play music with my friends and, like, music I care about.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
That's just...
It's true. He'll talk shit about some of the stuff that he's like, I don't want to play with that. Like,
I don't know.
sorry, maybe talk shit's a strong.
I
word. Just like,
think-
I don't want to play with
I
that.
think-
I gotta care about what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and
No,
I think
We're
that's
intentionally
as
setting
we all
boundaries.
are.
I didn't give you specifics.
I
I think I'm
approached
talking
him-
about you. You're right.
I approached him earlier, like very passionately, about a polka project that I wanted to do, and he laughed at my face and then kicked me in the shin.
I said, I've already heard the Pokemon from the Pokemon
The
soundtrack.
Pokemon?
Everybody, Pokemon.
Did you just make that up? The Pokemon?
I gotta go.
Yeah, I think that's a good. Yeah, okay, great job, guys.
John Candy approached him about Poka, and he said no.
And a hit. Pokemon?
Who am I? I'm.
It's a
Who
good
gives a
song.
shit?
You can find it on
with you.
Spotify now.
But yeah, be ready
Yeah.
for things going next for Gunk Lung, and new
it's
neighbors. Like I said, we've obviously jumped around quite a bit. We'll see if this one makes it to fully air. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. If it does, and people are wanting to look up new neighbors or Gunk Lung, where can they find you guys, your guys' merch, or your guys' music?
You can find us on Spotify, Bandcamp, most social media platforms. TikTok, not so much. But anywhere else.
Definitely
yeah.
Instagram
Yeah.
for most of your
What's our Instagram tag? New Neighbors IA?
New Neighbors IA and Gunk Lung Music on Instagram. Yeah, what Prince said. Spotify.
New neighbors are on Spotify.
We post when we're playing on our Instagram, and our music is on YouTube. We have a music video that we think is really funny. So if you do want to watch it, you should. I don't know.
New Neighbors, BSD.
Yeah, it's our song BSD. We put some time into the video shooting it at the place we recorded the audio.
Yeah.
And it was a fun day to just play the songs and have Gabby, right?
Our friend Gabby, yes. She
shot it.
Yeah.
Gabby Estlin.
Yeah,
She
and
does
we
content for Climbing Kites. You're the premier THC beverage out of Iowa.
Sponsor.
We look like Neapolitan ice cream.
Since you brought up that music video real quick, I gotta, is there any beef with TV Cop for also using West Liberty as a backdrop?
Not at all.
No.
In their music
Not at
video?
all.
Not from our perspective, at least. I
Yeah,
can't
I'm
say the
pissed.
same.
I'm pissed.
They
I
could
didn't
be
know that-
pissed
I
at
didn't know
us.
that
I don't know who
anybody-
did it first.
Because did they take any good spots through their video that you were like, oh fuck, we would have liked to
no.
use that one?
Oh, well, they actually had a concept where we were just, showing up and, in its own artistic value, we worked with what we had.
We just like the setting, too.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the way we did the music. Well,
It's a good building, and there's a park next door.
and Matt was like, "Hey, we should put on sweaters and wear white
Turtlenecks, man.
Yeah,
It
and it was
needed
just
a little gimmick
it,
to it.
it added a little shtick and
Made it a little fun
for no
for us.
reason, but it was just us being goofs and then playing in the room at the same time.
If
Like,
it wasn't fun for anybody
Gabby
else, at least it was
is
fun for
very
us.
good at editing and shooting, so she made it make sense.
She kind of nailed it with the editing.
Yeah.
It took maybe
very
one
talented.
revision, just a few cuts that we wanted to happen at different times or whatever. But other than that, I think she what we wanted to get from her, we absolutely did.
Oh,
So watch
So-
it; it's funny.
Really
Gabby's
talented.
very talented.
Yeah.
She's awesome. Yeah.
I'm glad we did it for sure.
She's moving to Chicago. She's leaving us, so.
I guess we gotta go to Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago.
But I just think it's a good thing to do in general. I think
Well,
that
just
was
collaborate with your friends.
We have ideas
Here's
for
the
doing
thing, yeah.
future videos too.
Oh, yeah.
We want
That's
to try to
that's
do
how
more.
we've got we would not be in this room if we weren't reaching out to our friends.
Yeah.
Collaborating.
Talented
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I would have went to the Anxious show and it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And instead, you hung out at the bowling alley with us.
Yeah. Hey, I got some strikes.
I saw it. I saw that
Oh!
strike, dude. You were talking shit about
Sure.
yourself, and I'm like, you got this. And then you bowled that strike in that second frame. I saw
Yeah.
it. I saw
I
it.
got myself. But please go listen to New Neighbors. Go listen to Gunk Lung. You know, it's been a joy to have you in my house. It's been a joy to have it be this late in the morning and still
Hell
trying
yeah.
to do this.
Yes, thank you so
Uh,
much for your
thank you.
patience with
I
us.
love the 5 of you.
It's
Yeah,
great that we were able to
absolutely.
get here in person to do it because
Yeah.
we've been talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, it's been in the works. We'll probably do another one
Do another one.
at some point.
We might
Hell
have
Let's
to.
go. Let's go. Yeah.
to number 2.
Yeah. Gotta get those numbers up, you know?
Yeah.
Pump them up.
Thank you,
Well,
viewers.
Yes.
Everyone go listen to Gunk Lung, listen to New Neighbors, and I'll catch everyone. on
Beers
the
with
next episode.
bands.
Cheers,
Bye.
yo.
Ski. Ski.
Beers with bands. Beers with bands.